let's talk about a truth that might shock you. Most people have no idea what being average actually means, especially when it comes to money. In school, being average meant you were doing okay. In society, it often feels the same. If you have a job, a place to live, and maybe even a car, you assume you're doing fine. But here's the scary part. The financial reality behind what's considered average today is a lot more fragile and far more dangerous than you think. Let's break it down. According to recent data, over 60% of adults live paycheck to paycheck. Nearly 50% of people can't cover an unexpected $500 emergency without borrowing or using a credit card. And get this, most Americans retire with less than $70,000 in total savings. That's the real average. So when people tell you you're doing fine, just live your life, you might want to take a second look. Because if you're slightly ahead, if you've saved a little more, spent a little wiser, or invested even a small amount, you may already be above average. But it's not just about numbers, it's about mindset. Being financially ahead isn't always obvious. You don't need to wear designer clothes, drive a luxury car, or post your vacations on Instagram. In fact, the people who look the wealthiest often aren't. True wealth is quiet. It shows up in financial peace, not flashy purchases. So today, we're going to reveal 4 signs that you're not just doing okay. You're actually ahead of the average person. These signs might surprise you, and the stats behind them even more, because this isn't about bragging, it's about clarity. If you know where you stand, you can build from it. If you're behind, you'll know where to start. And if you're already ahead, you'll learn how to stay there. Let's dive into sign number 1, and it has everything to do with how you handle life's most unpredictable moments. Do you have an emergency fund? Because most people don't, and that's where we begin. You have an emergency fund. Sounds simple, right? But here's the shocking truth. Most people don't have even $1,000 saved. According to the latest statistics, nearly 57% of adults wouldn't be able to cover a $1,000 emergency without going into debt. A flat tire, a medical bill, a broken appliance, any of these can send the average person into financial panic. That's the reality. So if you've managed to save 3 to 6 months worth of expenses, or even just started building that safety net, you're already ahead of the curve. Why? Because an emergency fund isn't just money in the bank, it's freedom. It means you don't have to rely on credit cards when life throws something unexpected at you. It means you can breathe easier during job loss, car trouble, or family emergencies. It means you're not constantly in survival mode. But here's the part most people overlook. Having an emergency fund is not about being rich, it's about being smart. It shows that you plan ahead, live below your means, and value peace of mind over instant gratification. That mindset alone puts you in a rare category, and if you've taken the time, effort, and discipline to build that cushion, you've already won half the battle that most people are still fighting. So if you've got that fund in place, take a moment and recognize that you are not average. In fact, you're financially prepared in a way that most people are not. But that's just the beginning. Because sign number 2 is another powerful habit that very few people master, and it separates the financially stable from the constantly stressed. Let's talk about living below your means. The second clear sign that you're financially above average is this: you consistently spend less than you earn. Now, that might sound like basic advice, but don't be fooled. Very few people actually live this way. In today's world, overspending is the norm. Credit cards, buy now, pay later, monthly subscriptions for everything. Everyone looks like they're doing well on the outside, but on the inside, many are drowning in debt just to maintain the illusion. According to data from the Federal Reserve, nearly half of all adults carry credit card balances every month, and many are paying double-digit interest rates. Why? Because they're spending more than they earn month after month. If you're someone who has learned the discipline of living within your means, you're already ahead. You're not relying on credit to survive. You're not panicking when bills are due. You're not stuck in a cycle of paycheck to paycheck stress. You've understood something powerful. It's not what you earn, it's what you keep. Even a 6-figure salary means nothing if it all disappears through overspending. But someone making half that, who saves, budgets, and avoids lifestyle inflation, is often in a much stronger financial position. Living below your means isn't about being cheap, it's about being smart. It means you're in control. It means you're playing the long game. And most importantly, it means you've chosen freedom over flexing. So if you've mastered this habit, give yourself credit. Because this single choice separates the financially secure from the financially stressed. Up next, a habit that's even rarer than saving: the ability to make your money grow without working for it. Let's talk about investing. You understand the power of investing. Let's be honest, saving money is good, but saving alone won't make you wealthy. Inflation eats away at your cash every single year. If your money isn't growing, it's shrinking. That's why investing is so important. And if you've already started investing even just a little, you're ahead of the average person by miles. According to surveys, over 40% of adults don't invest in anything. Retirement, Many rely solely on their job, income, and hope Social Security will cover the rest. But you've taken a different path. You understand that wealth isn't just earned, it's built. You know how compounding works. You've realized that every dollar you invest is like planting a seed. And with time, it grows into something much bigger, whether it's stocks, index funds, real estate, or retirement accounts like a 401k or IRA. Your money is working for you while you sleep. You're not just smart, you're ahead. And here's what's even more powerful. You don't need to be a financial expert, you just need to be consistent, patient, and informed. Investing isn't gambling. It's a long-term strategy for freedom. And the earlier you start, the bigger the payoff. So if you're already investing even in small amounts, you've made a choice most people avoid. You've chosen to build wealth. Not just earn money, you've chosen growth over comfort. You've chosen freedom over fear, and that puts you in the top tier of financial thinkers. But there's one more sign that truly sets you apart. It's not about how much you earn, it's about how little you let ego control your wallet. Let's talk about lifestyle inflation, and how avoiding it is the ultimate flex. And now, let's talk about sign number 4, something that silently drains wealth from even the highest earners. You avoid lifestyle inflation. What is lifestyle inflation? It's when your spending increases every time your income goes up, you get a raise. And suddenly you deserve a better car, a nicer apartment, fancier vacations. Before you know it, you're earning more than ever, but saving nothing. In fact, many high-income earners are just as broke as low-income earners, because they fall into this trap. But if you're someone who keeps your spending steady as your income grows, if you still live like you did when you earned less, or close to it, that's a major sign of financial maturity, that it means your money is going toward assets. Not just appearances, it means you're prioritizing freedom over flexing. And here's the truth, most people won't tell you. Real wealth is invisible. It's not the car in your driveway. It's not the designer logo on your shirt. It's the investments you've built, the freedom in your schedule, and the peace in your mind. If you've resisted the urge to inflate your lifestyle just to keep up with others, you're already ahead. Because the average person trades long-term wealth for short-term status, but you're playing a smarter game. You're choosing growth over image. So ask yourself this. When your income goes up, does your savings go up, or just your spending? If it's the first year, not just financially stable, you're well on your way to financial freedom, and that's not just above average, that's exceptional. Stick around for the conclusion where we'll recap these 4 powerful signs and leave you with one final money truth that most people never hear.